Welcome to our SST class. So, we already completed 2 chapters, isn't it? Yes. We already completed 2 chapters. One from the history part that was PG and post to internet, and the second one was from geography part, and that is chapter 9, globe, map and earth. Okay. So, today we will discuss on a new chapter. You know, inventions are the key to our comfortable life. Actually, inventions improve our lives in many ways. How are these ways? What are the ways? They make our tasks easier, entertain us, improve our knowledge of the world, even saves lives. So, inventions and inventors who are inventors, who invented that particular things is called inventor. So, inventions and inventors play a great role in our life. In ancient age or prehistoric age, as we say, ancient or prehistoric age, most important invention was wheel. Wheel was the most important invention in prehistoric age. Then, through the long span of time, lots of inventions changed our lifestyle. Changed the lifestyle of the human being. Many inventions helped our travel, communication and daily life easier. So, many inventions makes our life easier for us. Those are paper. Paper is the most important thing. That is without paper, that is the source. You can say that paper is the source of our knowledge. Without books, we can't read anything or write anything. So, paper is the source of our knowledge. Paper is a very important invention. And we can see the telephone, which let us talk across long distances. The light bulb, which let us see clearly in the dark. The printing press too, which opened the door of knowledge and informations. Without printing press, the newspaper and books, you can't get them. So it is very important. And television, which bring the world closer to us in our drawing room. It brings the whole world in our drawing room. Television. It gives us the pleasure of both audio and visual. So, there is a long list of inventions which make our daily life easier. Among them, we will discuss on some very meaningful ones. These are paper, electric bulb, television. Okay? So, today we discuss on the chapter 2, page 11, chapter 2, and the name of the chapter is Matchless Inventions That Changed Our Lives. So, what is the name of the chapter? Matchless Inventions That Changed Our Lives. This is from history part. Okay? So, let us start. Firstly, we will discuss on how paper invented. Paper, I am told you that paper is a very important thing in our life. In ancient times, when paper was not invented, people wrote on what? Do you know? People wrote on stone, wood, cloth, bark of trees, metal, bamboo, and even on tree leaves. In 105 AD. 105 AD means it is near about 900 years ago. It is near about 900 years ago. 105 AD. A Chinese court official named as Tsai Lun. The spelling is T-S-A-I. T is silent here. So, we will call him Tsai Lun. Invented paper. A Chinese court official in the year 105 AD. He used the materials like mulberry tree. Mulberry tree bark, mulberry tree, a common tree in China, that is called mulberry tree. mulberry tree bark, linen rags. Linen rags, pieces of cloths, torn clothes are called rags. So linen rags and fish nets. The fisherman uses the fish nets. Then all are mashed into a pulp and pressed out the liquid. Pressed out the watery part, the liquid part. And lastly hung it to dry. And then get the paper. Okay. So after that, what he do, that man named Cylon, yes. He used these materials and made the paper. And then the emperor in China was Han Ho Shi. Han Ho Shi. So Cylon presented the first paper to the king. It was the ritual then. The first invented thing that he presented to the king. The first invented paper. Cylon presented to the king Han Ho Shi. As the time passed, a variety of paper emerged. Various type of papers are hemp paper. Hemp is a type of plant. It is a type of plant from which paper was made then. Hemp paper, hide paper, bamboo paper and Zuan paper. There were so many types of papers then 105 AD, and about that time, just imagine, these were used in Chinese calligraphy. What is calligraphy? Do you know? Yes, I think many of you know what is calligraphy. Is art of writing. And after 500 years, 500 years means 105 AD plus 500 years. It is around 610 AD. Buddhist monks spread the art of papermaking to Japan. The Buddhist monks spread the art of papermaking to Japan. From China, it spread to Japan. So, papermaking became an essential part of the Japanese culture. People used it not only for making writing materials, but for making garments, hand fans. You know the Japanese hand fans? Yes. So, dolls and even houses. You know, next there was a war between the Chinese and the Arabians. Between China and Arab there was a war in the year 751 AD. As the Chinese were defeated, many of them became prisoners. Then China was defeated and many Chinese people became prisoners and the Arabians taken them to Arab as a slave, taking them to Arab. Among them there were some paper makers. Among the prisoners there were some paper makers who know the art of making paper. As the Arabs don't know the art of paper making, the prisoner paper makers demand their freedom by teaching the Arabs the secret of paper making. They demand their freedom instead of they just let them know how to make paper and uske badle mein freedom. Okay? After about 400 years, Europeans came to know about the secret of paper making. 751 plus 400 years. After that, 751 plus 400 years. Then Europeans came to know the secret of paper making. Paper making art then gradually spread across Europe. Italy became a major paper manufacturer. Then the French. The French also began to make paper. First Italy, then French. The first paper mill in Europe was set up in Germany. First paper mill in Europe was set up in Germany. Now paper making began to spread to all the European, and in 1453 when Johannes Gutenberg invented the movable type printing press, then demand of paper became much more. After invention of printing press, demand of paper became much more. Then paper became a means of mass communication. In 1588 AD, England also joined the rest of the world and began to make its own paper in 1588 AD. AD means Christian era. This is also AD to 2020 AD. AD means Christian era. Always remember. The industrial manufacture of paper began in the 19th century. With the 19th century means 1800 something year. 1801. From 1801 and 19th century started. With the expansion of mass circulation, newspaper, and then for the best-selling books too. In 1797, Louis Nicholas Robert created the first machine which was able to produce a 60 centimeter long sheet in 1797. Gradually, with the development of new techniques, the price of paper became lesser, and so paper became a product of mass consumption. Slowly, paper making began in all parts of the world. With the spread of cheap paper, books and newspapers become accessible to all, leading to an explosion of literacy among the middle classes. So, paper leads the literacy, rate of literacy among the middle classes. Always remember, today paper is everywhere, today paper is everywhere. We read printed materials like newspaper, newspaper magazines, books, maps, charts, etc. And children play with paper masks, dolls, paper kite, paper board games, etc. And different types of tickets. It may be bus, tram, theatre or movie made of papers. And containers, carry boxes, cartons, decorative items, and even curtains which we use and whatnot is made by paper. Over the years, paper has evolved from just a writing material to a material needed in almost every sphere of our daily life. Why that so? As the paper is a biodegradable thing, which mixes, what is biodegradable thing, that which mixes easily with the soil. That is called biodegradable thing. It doesn't create any pollution or any harm to the nature. So, it became more popular and acceptable to the whole world. So, this was the story of paper invention, and that's all for today's class, and we will discuss on the remaining chapter in our next class. So till then, bye.